Hello to my fellow Disney fan. I'm your host, Dingus, and today I will be reviewing the first episode of the High School Musical, the series. And before I get into that, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Disney and Disney Plus videos every other day at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you enjoy, smash that like button down below. Let's see if we can get to 5 likes for this video. Okay, so I was able to watch it last night because they aired it on Freeform last night, even though Disney Plus comes out on Tuesday, so I recorded it and watched it, and there's not going to be any spoilers in this video for it, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't worry. So if you don't know, basically the premise is that all these characters go to the school that the original High School Musical movie was filmed. There's a new theater teacher coming to the school, and that theater teacher is a surprise that they haven't done High School Musical yet, so she puts on High School Musical for the school, and that's the musical that they're doing. And I actually really enjoyed this first episode. I think it was really well done. I think from everything to the characters, to the writing, to the even style of filming, which I'll get into in a second, I think it was really well done. I think all the main characters, really there's only 2 main characters with some supporting friends, but the 2 main characters, Ricky and Nini, played by Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo, are really good, and you know, they really get you attached to the characters really fast in this episode. I found myself at the end already wanting more and really wanting to have all the episodes right away to binge because I just was really attached and cared for these characters and really wanted to see, you know, what happens with their story and what's going to happen moving forward. So I was really surprised and really happy with that. And, you know, the story, I was going into it, I didn't know much about this show going in. I didn't really watch any trailers. I didn't really look at anything before this series. So I was expecting it to really feel like a 2006 Disney Channel movie, but it really doesn't. It really does feel like a good modern day TV show, and not even like a Disney Channel show. Like, not saying those are bad. I mean, I love some Disney Channel shows, but it really feels like, it's just a modern day show, and it's really made really well. So the filming, and what I mentioned with that, the way that it's filmed, if you've seen The Office or Parks and Rec, you know how, they kind of film like a documentary kind of thing, and kind of like that. That's really how this show is filmed. They have some moments where the characters kind of talk directly to the camera and like an interview kind of way, and I really enjoyed that. I think that really worked, and I think it helps build the characters and helps build your relationship with the characters and your feeling towards the characters, because it makes you feel like you're there with them and you're living this and you're living the events with them and you're right there next to them. So I think that really helps with this and really adds to the show that it probably wouldn't have had if they didn't film it that way and they just filmed it regularly. So I think that's a really cool way to go about this show and really attack this show. So that surprised me. But as someone who isn't a huge High School Musical fan, I still enjoy this. So if you're not a High School Musical fan, I would definitely say to still give this a try because you might enjoy it too. It's not really a musical either. There was some singing in this episode because they did audition for the play, which I don't think is a spoiler. So there was some singing, but it's not bad singing. These people can sing, even if it is auto-tuned. It's not bad singing, and it's not like, out of the blue singing. It makes sense. So if that's really not your thing either, don't worry. It hasn't really impacted the show yet. There hasn't really been any musical essence to it yet. I don't know if it is a musical. Maybe some future episodes will make it a musical. I don't see that happening. I see the only musical numbers and only singing being when they're rehearsing the musical and when they're performing the musical, so it shouldn't really be a problem if you're not a fan of musicals because it only makes sense why they would sing in that kind of sense. Like the people who don't like musicals typically don't like it, and even they address this in the episode. They don't like it because it's just spontaneous and out of the blue and out of nowhere these people are singing and know a choreographed number and everything. But for this it makes sense because they're performing a musical, so they're not singing otherwise. So even if musicals aren't your thing, I would say still give this a try. Probably the second thing you should watch when you get Disney Plus on Tuesday. The Mandalorian is probably number 1, but I would definitely say watch this number 2. I think this is a really good show, and it really did surprise me how much I enjoyed it, how much I want to see more of this. Now, I am doing a video on Monday, dropping at 7 p.m. Eastern, talking about everything you need to know about Disney Plus, so make sure you stay tuned for that and look out for that, because I'll be covering everything, from every single thing that's going to be on the service to some other things, when it's going to get released somewhere else, the price, and packages, and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned for that, but to sum up, I would definitely recommend the series. I think the cast is really good. I think the writing's really good. I think the way they film it's really good. I think all of it, honestly, is really good. I can't wait to see more. I wish every episode dropped at launch. I wish all these series, all their episodes dropped right away, like on Netflix, so I can binge it all right away. But Unfortunately, that's not the case, but because that's the case, I will be doing reviews for each episode when they come out, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of those future Disney Plus and Disney videos every other day at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoyed, smash that like button down below. If you've seen the episode already, if you're like me and watch it on Freeform, let me know in the comments, or if you're watching this after the Disney Plus comes out and you've seen the show, let me know what you think of the show and if you enjoyed it like I did. Merch link in the description as well. Click right here for my most recent upload, and click right here for my High School Musical, the musical, this series playlist. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.